we're going to take a pound of butter and we are going to add our spices to it, and this will coat the inside of the turkey and the outside of the turkey. Sage, thyme, and garlic powder. I'm going to throw in. And then I'm going to mix it with olive oil, and this will be okay. It'll lower the smoke point a little bit because at 350 you're all right, but when you turn up to 425, the butter will burn, so the olive oil will help this from not burning as fast. Cracked black pepper, I recommend, and it just gives that freshness, that a little bit of spice that will go great with this combination. And then I like to use sea salt. So I just grind sea salt in here to add a little bit more flavor. Now, a little trick I learned 40 years ago is I wipe the table down and then I will be putting plastic wrap on the counter. And what this does is it just helps you keep your area sanitized and easy cleanup where you don't have turkey parts or juice flying everywhere. Cross-contamination is real, and so I like to do this. And who wants to clean up, right? Just it'll be easy, as you'll see. And here I'm just making sure that the film connects to each other and I get all the air bubbles out. All right, here's our butter mixture. I melted it in the microwave for about 30 seconds. You don't want it completely melted. You do want it kind of soft where it's pliable, and this is what it should look like. Next step, since we do not do our stuffing inside the turkey, we do it on the outside. We put these onions in there, and what the onions do will help cook this turkey evenly, because if you don't, then it'll cook uneven because you just have this big space of just volume. So I recommend putting onions in here, or you could do a mirepoix, celery, carrot, onion. So I just pack it in there, and this will help the cooking process. Plus, I can use the onions for the gravy or the stuffing. Now we're gonna lather on the deliciousness. The majority of this butter will go underneath the skin, okay? You will use the whole 1 pound. Do not leave any extra. You will need all this to ensure that this bird is buttery delicious. Okay, you can see that we're almost done. Butter is everywhere, and just make sure that's even. And like I said, use every last bit of it and get it in every nook and crevice you can. It will definitely pay off for you. All right, let's give this bird a little look. As we turn this sucker all the way around, you can see it's evenly coated. And that is some deliciousness right there, let me tell you. Okay, we're going to tent this bird. So when you put the aluminum foil on, make sure that it's tight around the edge of the pan and leave it loose on top of the bird. You do not want it too tight. That way the airflow could get in there and it'll brown. And sometimes if it's too tight, it'll stick to the skin and you won't be able to get it off. So keep it loose, just like you see here, and it will do its job. Okay, now for cleanup. Take my plate, my gloves, and all I do is just get this plastic wrap, and voila, one-stop shop. I hope this helps. It definitely saves time. Anything that you really cook with, you could do. And there you go. You don't have to worry about cleaning up a dirty kitchen. Okay, we're going to set this oven at 350 degrees for 6 hours. It is 15 minutes per pound. So whatever your bird is, you times it by 15, and that's how long you cook it. All right, this is the 5-hour mark, and let's see what this baby looks like. Oh yes, just as I expected. Deliciousness. Man, if you could smell this. So you can see it's starting to brown, exactly what we want. And we will bump this up to 425 for 30 minutes, and I baste it with the butter that's in the pan. I should have used a bigger pan. Make sure your pan is big enough for a 25-pound bird. Okay, here we go. This was really heavy to get out. Recommend, be careful when you do this. Use a towel. I should have taken some of the butter out. It was definitely on the edge, and you can see my face is red here because it was one heavy sucker. But it turned out perfect. Look at this baby. Man, you guys could do this too. Follow the instructions, watch my videos over and over, and you could have a delicious turkey for Christmas or Thanksgiving. This is probably one of the best birds I've done. I've cooked them in a brown bag. I've cooked them in a deep fryer. I think this is the best recipe, and my family destroyed this bird. We had turkey for 2 or 3 days, and this is what you want, and you will impress your friends and family. Save the bones, and you can make a turkey soup or turkey stock. Okay, so there's my butter from the drippings. I will make a gravy out of that, as you will see. And man, I wish you could smell this. Okay, we're gonna make the gravy. I'm gonna use a white roux. And a white roux is basically just the flour and any fat. In this case, I use butter. Make sure your stock is boiling and then vigorously stir it. As you will see, it'll thicken, have faith, and just stick with it. Okay, here she is. About to cut into this. Make sure you have a sharp knife. This is actually my salmon knife, but it does a great job. You're definitely gonna need a long knife, especially for a bird this big. Just make sure that it's disconnected with all the meat or bones around it, or you won't be able to get it out. Let that steam. Oh man, this was one beautiful thing. And we're gonna pull this right out. Gonna cut that skin off because it got stuck right there. Skin falls off, don't worry. It's still edible. Look at that beauty. Oh my goodness. Here's the final product. You guys, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and enjoy this turkey for many years to come. Thank you very much.